Hey guys, it's Mickerpers with another tutorial on how to make HD crispy thumbnails like mine. This is going to help you grow your YouTube channel by a lot, so be sure to watch it till the end and hope you guys like it. Let's just get right into it. First thing you want to do is go on the top left corner and click on File, New, and you can name it whatever you want. And then you need to make it 1920 by 1080, and then be sure it's transparent right here. And you're just gonna click OK. And when you do that, it should make this. And then what you want to do next is click on File again, click on Open. We're looking for a background now, so what you want to do is go and find a good background picture for your thumbnail. I'm just gonna choose this because I think it looks cool. It doesn't matter what it is, it could just be whatever. Like, my content has nothing to do with Minecraft or anything, but yeah, I'm just gonna use this. So do Control A and then Control C and go back to your layer and Control V. Okay? And now what you want to do is click on this rectangular tool up here and then right click on the image, click on free transform, and while holding shift just drag it to your likings, and you can move it like this too if you want to. So like that and like that. It doesn't need to be perfect, just make it like that. And now what you want to do is, so I want to make my thumbnail clean and crispy like rice gums or Tedesco's. So I want to go down here where the circle is. I want to click on brightness / contrast, and then you get a new layer like this, and you get this thing over here. So what you want to do is up the contrast like crazy and make the brightness really bright like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it as is. And now I'd like to add some font or text to my thumbnail, because you can't have a thumbnail without any text. So I'm just gonna use the font Surfing Capital. I'm just gonna make this white. Be sure to make it white always. And my font size is gonna be 220. And I'm just gonna type how to thumbnail. Actually, no, just do the first line first, like this right here, how to, and then create a new layer by just clicking on another space, and make this font make this part stand out by making the font bigger. I'm just gonna make it 50 font size is bigger. I'm just gonna write how to thumbnail, and I think that looks pretty good. Also, if you want to center it, click on this arrow tool, do Control A, and what you want to do is click on the fifth one right here, and same with the other one, just go like that. Okay, now you have this, but it's not standing out. So what you want to do is click on how to, and then add a little stroke like so, and I think that looks pretty good. Also, what I want to do is add a gradient overlay, because white just kind of looks really bland and boring. So I am just going to add a red overlay like so. Actually, I'm gonna lower down, yeah, like this, and do the same thing for the thumbnail, like so. Actually, I am going to make my gradient be purple, because I think that looks pretty neat. Like so make my gradient purple, just mess around with the settings. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep it as is. Actually, I'm gonna take off the gradient on the how-to part. So you're gonna be like that, okay? Actually, I'm just gonna add a little tiny gray gradient, like so. Okay, and now you can click OK. Now what you want to do is make the how-to part as close as possible. Well, not as close as possible, but pretty close to the actual like important part, which is the thumbnail. So what you want to do now is click on the very bottom layer, the how-to. For me, it's the how-to, and then click on the thumbnail too. And what you want to do is hold shift and click it, and with that does is it selects both of them, and what you want to do is Control E and they merge. And now what you want to do is go on this pointer tool over here, Control A, and the fifth one right here, and then the second one right here to center it, like that, okay? So now what you want to do is, well, what I want to do is add a stroke, like so. But this time, instead of making it black, I'm actually going to just mess around with the settings, see what's pretty cool. So I think that looks pretty cool. Actually, I might just, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep it like that. And then I'm actually, yeah, so I think I'm done with the fonts for now. And then what we want to do next is create a new layer by going here. No, delete that. And what you want to do is click on this one right here next to the trash can, and then go to the gradient tool. If it's a bucket tool, just right click on it and change the gradient, and just add a gradient of your liking, like that, or be sure to make it be sure to move the layer underneath the text so it can pop out like that. I'm just gonna make my layer, I'm just gonna make mine be like this. I'm gonna make it be like a blue and orange kind of fire, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm just gonna make it like this, do a little more, and yeah, like that. And what I like to do with my thumbnails is add a stroke to my gradients, which some people don't do, but I prefer doing. Just click on overlay, and then make this either white or black. I'm gonna keep mine as black because it looks cool. And what you want to do is also add a drop shadow, because that makes it a little more epic and yeah, pretty cool, bro. So I think that looks pretty cool. So I just want to make this a little smaller, so go to this tool over here on the box and click on free transform, right click, and then I just want to change the shape a little bit because I thought it was a little too big. Like, actually, I'll just make my orange part take over the whole entire thumbnail and not the blue. Yeah, like that. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna keep it as is. Actually, I'm gonna mess around with my settings for a little bit, like that maybe. Yeah, and what I also forgot to do with my font is add a drop shadow. So we want to go is mess with the size, and so like that. Make sure not to add too much like that right there. I think that looks pretty good. And what I want to do now is go to this tool right here and add a little brightness to it, because you know everyone likes a little brightness in their life. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So what I want to do, what I like to do with my thumbnails is add like that border around my thumbnails. So you just make it any color and you can just make the fill any color, but be sure to remove the stroke by clicking on this right here. And then so what I want to do is make 4 oops, that's too big. Okay, what you want to do is make 4 triangles and try to keep the size pretty consistent, like so. I think that looks pretty good. So what you want to do is hold shift and click on the very bottom one, and then Control E to merge them. And what you want to do now is change down the opacity. And now what I'd like to do is change the border to be a nice blue kind of gradient. So I'm just gonna go here and add a little blue. Ooh, actually, I'm just gonna mess around with the settings right here. Actually, I'm gonna make my blue a little lighter. See, it's already looking pretty neat, to be honest. I like that, and be sure to add the drop shadow because that's what makes it stand out and pop out and look really cool. Like that. Yeah, so see the difference with and without drop shadow, like this and like that. I think it looks better with the drop shadow. And once again, I don't like the size of it, so I'm gonna right click on it and click free transform path, and then mess with the size a little bit, like so. Also, I forgot to mention this, but after you're done with it, be sure to click on File, Save As, and then change it to a PNG, and just save it to whatever you want. I'm gonna just change my name to name2, and just click OK. And that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's see if we can get 2 dislikes on the video. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. I put a lot of effort into them, and see you guys next time. Peace out.